Okay, yeah, it did. Okay, hey guys! Welcome back to my channel. So, today I'm going to talk to you guys about the differences between the original Tomb Raider with Angelina Jolie and the newer Tomb Raider with Alicia Vikander that I just did my review on. So basically, obviously the main difference between the two movies that I could see, because I just watched the Angelina Jolie ones recently as well, the main difference I could see is that the original is a lot more sexualized and made to be enjoyed by male viewers, obviously, who enjoyed the objectification of Laura in the video games. I'm not a huge fan of objectification as a woman. I feel that it is wildly overused in media in general. Video games, television shows, movies, everything is very over-sexualized and over-objectified. I understand that sex sells, but I feel like it should be tasteful and it should be in a way that makes sense. And I feel like most of the time it does not make sense, and or it is just for men to drool over. And I feel like if it's going to continue, then men should be objectified to make it more equal. Men aren't really objectified. Well, okay, that's not true. Like, there are movies like Magic Mike, and there are definitely movies that have shirtless men in them, which, yes, is nice because I'm a heterosexual woman, and also because it is a little bit more equal. But I definitely find that I don't see that many shirtless males compared to large-breasted women, or at least women who have had their racks or chests accentuated with padding or certain angles or certain clothes to make them look, you know, accentuated. Another difference between the original Tomb Raider and the new one is that there isn't a lot of backstory with the first one. The first one's with Angelina Jolie compared to this new version of the movie. And I've heard that it's to make Laura in the original movies more relatable or so. And so that she appears to be more of an object for men to want, basically. But I loved that in the new version she is, in the first movies, that she's a much bigger, like, sex symbol almost, and it's just very, like, and even there are definite scenes in the Angelina Jolie movies that are just, like, they're explicit in that they are meant to be very, very, like, sexually, and, like, they're not ambiguous at all. They're very, like, explicit, and it's like, okay, they went there, you know, kind of thing. And the new one, I didn't find myself disgusted or judging the writing or the director for putting her into sexual positions, or, I mean, and like, but at the same time, I did kind of enjoy in the original movies how in the beginning she, you know, she wore a lot of gray and white and black clothes to make herself seem more like a man. And not that women should be made into a man or made to look like men, but I kind of like that she went from that to wearing a dress at the end of the movie. And in this one, she basically just stayed the same throughout the whole movie. Like, she didn't go from, like, being a masculine character to being feminine like in the originals. But I feel like with the new version, it's just more focused on her journey rather than, like, her journey to find her father, the actual plot of the movie, rather than just staring at her boobs in the original movies. So it's I definitely find the distinctions between the two movies very interesting. I think that Lara Croft is a very interesting character. I love badass characters that are women, because for many, many years all the badass characters were men, and now in this day and age, the fact that most badass characters, not most, but the number of badass women are growing and growing, and that makes me so happy, because I think what men need to understand about feminism and equality between men and women is that it's not about making women seem better than men. It's about making us feel equal to men, you know? We should feel equal to men. Yes, there are things that men can do that we can't do. Like, I can't lift super heavy objects, unfortunately, because I'm small. But there are women out there who can lift very heavy objects, obviously. So, for me, it's more of just, like, the Me Too movement. At the beginning of the Me Too movement, I found it empowering, and then as women came forward, and you know, all the women, it kind of got annoying to me, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. But I do understand the premise of it. I'm happy that women don't feel inferior to men as much anymore, and I'm glad that they got past their fear of speaking out, and they spoke out, and they did what they couldn't do for a very long time, and that's awesome. Like, I'm fully on board with women, you know, gaining their power and taking control of their lives and their bodies. But it just got to the point where I was just like, please stop coming out with all these, like, all these women just came out with all these claims. I'm not saying that they're lying or anything like that, but I'm just saying it just got tedious and annoying to me that it was like every day a new woman came out with like a new sexual harassment or sexual abuse scandal. It's like, really? I mean, it's great, but at the same time, it's like, it's enough. But yeah, so we just want to be treated like normal. We don't want to be objectified because we have breasts. You know, yeah, we have breasts, but that doesn't mean that we should be objectified. I mean, I felt like the objectification in the original Tomb Raider movies could have been much more implicit. It was just so explicit. It was just so not subtle at all. Like, it was so not subtle at all, like one bit. And I don't know, like Angelina Jolie's acting wasn't great. Like I said earlier, I rewatched the movies recently, and her acting could have been better, and her accent wasn't bad, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's hard for a character who's an American to, or not character, an actor who's American to play a British character, or an English character, I should say, because you know that they're not English. But overall, I think each movie has its own merits and its own good qualities, but I definitely liked that in the new one, there wasn't as much sexualization and objectification, which I really, really, truly appreciated, because I don't like seeing objectification and sexualization of women on any platform. It's just ridiculous. Like I said, unless it's done in a tasteful manner, and I mean, as long as I can see like a shirtless guy, then I'd be happy about it, or happier, I should say, which is probably not really a good thing to say either, because, you know, I mean, I just feel like women shouldn't be, like, I haven't watched Red Sparrow, but I watched Jennifer Lawrence's interview on 60 Minutes and other interviews talking about the movie, and how she did like a nude scene in the movie, I believe, and she did it because it felt empowering, and it felt like something that it just felt good to her to do. As long as you feel empowered to do it, then it's okay, and if it's for a good reason to be nude or shirtless or whatever, for like a magazine or a movie or a TV show, if it's for a good reason and it empowers you and it's your decision and you stand by it, then that's great. But if it's just for the sake of nudity, I don't think it's worth it. What is that sound? So those are my thoughts on the original Tomb Raider movies with Angelina Jolie versus the new Tomb Raider Lara Croft movie with Alicia Vikander. I hope you guys enjoyed this little comparison of the movies. I didn't really go into a lot of detail with the actual movies themselves, more of just the objectification of it all and equality, but I think that's a pretty good thing to talk about, personally. I believe in equality, and I believe in women not being judged and objectified and sexualized because of their sexual orientation, or their gender, I should say, or the fact that they're women with breasts. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already for more videos from me, pop culture, lifestyle, some beauty sprinkled in there for good measure. If you guys want me to do any other kinds of videos like this, let me know below. I ordered some Shop Miss A last week. Last week. I'll be getting that tomorrow, so look forward to a Shop Miss A full face video probably next week, early next week probably. So I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.